Hi, thank you for tuning in to the Finding Harmony podcast with me, your host, Harmony Slater. Hi, welcome to the Finding Harmony podcast. I'm your host, Harmony. I'm here with Russell K.
Hello, Harmony.
Hello. I can't wait to talk to our guest today. It's been so long.
She's a former roommate of ours.
Yeah, I lived with her twice now.
Oh, goodness. You know what I like about the guest that we have today?
What?
It really is just like going down to the chai stand and having a chat. And in England, they'd say having a chin wag.
A chin wag?
Having a good old chin wag.
I don't like that saying.
Oh. Well, you just wag your chin back. It's like, it's really, and you're just like having a nice chat and maybe you gossip, maybe
it's
you talk
sitting
about
under the people tree in Goa.
You talk about what you've eaten
by
that day.
By the smoothie place in Vegator.
What you've,
right?
What have you removed from your body? What do they call that?
Eliminated.
You're talking about your eliminations, all these nice things, the boys you're meeting. I wonder, who's meeting boys. So we should get right to the point. Our guest today, Anita, how do you say your last name?
Cunha?
Cunha, yeah, it's a Portuguese.
It's a Portuguese.
Hello,
but you're
beautiful Anita.
But you're Brazilian.
I'm Brazilian and a half Italian. Brazilian is a mix.
Oh, and they speak Portuguese there.
Yes.
They speak Portuguese.
Oh, goodness.
You have some Portuguese
roots,
I'm
right?
Portuguese.
I'm Portuguese of Portuguese descent. Yeah, Portuguese on the beach. Yeah. It was cooked on the beach.
Yes.
And I have a passport.
You're Brazilian with some Italian and a soul that's Indian.
Not whatsoever, Harmony. Oh, who are you talking to? Oh, yeah. Anita, your grandfather is from Italy. Is that right?
Yes, is that right?
What part of Italy is he from?
Emilia-Romagna.
Oh, goodness. So that explains your romance with Robbie Cavallero. Because he's Italian, isn't it? You two shared that ancient Italian ancestry and that love of food, and he's a sommelier. That's amazing. We were all roommates together.
Yeah. Yes.
The two of you found. That's amazing. Is that not for recording? No. And I saw your grandfather and your grandmother. Was your grandmother also Italian?
No, she had more Portuguese roots. My grandmother.
She did.
Yeah.
And she and she married an Italian.
So I'm so dramatic because I have Portuguese, Italian, Brazilian. You can see.
And that's why the title of your book is so dramatic, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, you have a book out and you're here to talk to us about your book, Vegan India, My Love Affair with the Land of Spices. And you do not like to add spices to things, don't you?
It's the only love affair that worked in my life. So.
Well, I'll talk to Robbie about that. Well, if Amberlynn's listening, she won't like that at all either.
I remember when we were rooming together when I stayed in Lisbon, and you had such a beautiful apartment in Lisbon that was like so Indian in flavor with all the different color rooms. And then you were feeding me all this delicious food that you'd make.
It was more like one favela in Mumbai.
Oh, the favelas.
Yeah,
the favelas. Yeah, in Mumbai.
Amazing.
Yeah, or the favelas in Rio de Janeiro.
But now are you a vagabond? Are you a gypsy just traveling and cooking and living out of your suitcase? What's going on?
Yes, I'm based in Portugal still, but more in the south, in the coast, in a beautiful place. But I don't know until when.
Okay.
Because I'm coming back here. I'm still looking for a place to, to spend the rest of my life doing nothing.
Go on. You're in that place right now.
But you could be one of those mães de favelas. You could be one of those, like one of the mothers of the favelas. You could do that.
Yes.
We
I'm
interviewed the
looking.
guy that does that project. He was so nice.
Yeah.
Yes, I want to do a project with some Indian kids for who is want to learn cooking, to work abroad or to work here. This is one of my projects in the future.
That'd be amazing.
I mean, I don't know which future is now, because more future than this, I will have 100 years old. So.
No, but the future is now, isn't it? That's sort of. I wonder. It's so amazing. Here we are. We're sitting here with your book. You know, Vegan India, My Love Affair with the Land of Spices. You're in India, calling us. I think you're in India.
Yeah, she's in Purple Valley.
You're in Purple Valley cooking.
In Goa.
And you've just spent some time with Ty Landrum, who was very excited to talk with Harmony on her podcast show.
Yeah.
Didn't realize that I was on the show at all.
That was a surprise.
That was a surprise for him. How do you get from the favelas? Where did you grow up in Brazil?
She didn't grow up in the favelas.
I grew up in São Paulo.
In São Paulo. But not in the farms, not in the favelas.
In the farms, in the countryside.
How do you go from there with your grandparents cooking to here with a book in India? That's a very long journey.
It's a very long journey. I think sometimes I had 100 lives in one life. So many things I lived. Like nightclubs, raves, Goa, countryside.
Yeah,
so many
nightclubs
things
are nice.
Yeah.
Well, let's start with the cooking, though. I like a good. What's the cooking? How did cooking come to your life?
The cooking came to your life. We are a family with 4 sisters. I have 3 sisters, and a big family. So we started to cook every day. It's like a cooking family. Big tables and cook, all these cliches in Italian family. These gatherings. And I was working with fashion design, I think after my 18s, something like that. I was choosing my career. I was looking for cinema or working in fashion design.
The cinema is called cinema. Amazing. Yes. Wow. Okay, those are very similar words.
And for fashion design, I passed to cook. What came like naturally. I have this gift to cook, and I think I'm coming from nightclubs, working in the night. I came to the bar from the kitchen, and that's how it started, I think.
Yeah, those two things really meld very, because you want to.
You need to eat after you've been at the nightclub.
You get hungry.
Yes.
Yeah, it's my experience.
But what about the vegan part? When did that?
No. Yes. Let's get to the. You worked as a cook for a long time. Don't you dial it back, Harm? We didn't talk about your mother, and now we're already into the vegan part. It's a long journey.
Yes, it's true. So the vegan
Your mom's some kind of hippie. Did she teach you to cook?
Yes, my mom is a kind of hippie, and I don't have much memories of cooking with my mother, to be honest, more with my grandmother.
Yeah, your mom was just in and out all the time.
In and out, it's just, hi, hello, I'm here, I'm coming, I'm going.
I understand being that high.
But my grandmother, yes, cooking every day, so many things from the scratch. And that gave me so much interest to cooking.
Wow.
And I think the vegan part, can we pass for the vegan part?
No, you cooked for a long time as a chef. And you were like a really high-end fancy chef, like making beautiful food.
With animals.
With animal products. How long did you do that for?
In my house, we don't used to eat so much meat in my childhood. It was like very more plant-based.
No. They're
Yes.
Italian Portuguese.
Yeah. In Brazil, can you imagine? No,
I cannot imagine.
Yeah.
No.
Was a very unusual family. But yes, not more plant-based. For sure, we used to eat meat sometimes and fish, but not much like a normal family in Brazil. And I started to think more about vegan and healthy food when I was interested in Hare Krishna, and I used to come there in São Paulo. When I moved to a big city in a countryside, I used it to cook everything in the firewood. I was super wild.
Wow.
And you'd started kind of had an interest in meditation even in elementary school. Like the kids thought you were some kind of alien. That the way that you talked about yoga and meditation as a child.
Yes, I was super against of everything that's normal things. I remember my friends was super excited. Do you remember it's in your time? Aha, do you remember that band? Horrible.
Yes, of course I remember Aha.
I hate it. Yes.
I'll play the song. It's says they do a 7-step. They do a whole octave change in the first.
Yeah. Anyway, my friends were just interested in this kind of music and this, and I was like in another.
You're in another
meditation. Yeah.
And, so you're saying you weren't interested in Aha at all? To talk about this band. I got so excited. Oh, I'm sorry.
You like it?
Of course I do. It's all a beautiful drawing. I'm a painter. It's a beautiful drawing. And it's like a whole video made of drawings. It was the first thing you didn't see that on TV at all. But you weren't interested in that. You were interested in meditation.
Yes, not Aha meditation.
No, that's stupid.
You were interested in So Hum instead of Aha.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Now, but there were some ladies like doing yoga, like they had like the leotards, they looked like Jane Fonda. You did that kind of stuff with the black gymnastics and all that.
Yes, I love it. Now I want this looking, but in that time I just had these books, at home. I was living in a countryside, just don't have teachers at that time, don't have this fancy Ashtanga teachers. So my first contact was with these old books and doing alone the asanas and reading. This was my first contact with yoga.
And then how did you get introduced to the Hare Krishnas?
Oh, yeah. Harmony loves the cults.
Yeah. When I moved to São Paulo, to the big city, I was looking for something more deep. More than Aha and nightclubs. So I found Hare Krishna.
I got excited again.
I found Hare Krishna, and I used to go every weekends and we read Bhagavad Gita, we discuss, we cook. That's why I started this Sattvic way of cooking. And that's why I like Hare Krishna until now. I always go when I can. I like it very much.
Yeah, that guy Prabhupada, right?
Let's not talk about Prabhupada.
Oh, let's not talk about it.
But they do have like that's kind of one of their pillars, I guess, like feeding the poor, right? And so they always have these big meals and everyone's welcome. And it's delicious food as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
I always, in some places that I go, if I possible, I cook them in Hare Krishna.
Really? Even now?
But
even now.
You didn't like their clothing.
Yes. It's not, then I think Hare Krishna is very fashion. I like very much. But I think this kind of yoga in the 80s, in the beginning, you know, this movement, like everybody who does yoga have to wear this cotton clothes, orange, and
organic.
be like organic. And I am just meditating. I'm in the Himalayas, like pretending to be super enlightened. So this, I didn't have patience for this at all. So I was missing some more real, more energetic in yoga practice. Imagine staying sitting with orange clothes and doing this asanas 1 hour with pairs with someone who you don't know. Like, no, excuse me, was very annoying for me.
That was your Italian side.
And like they're chanting with their Brazilian accents. You don't like, that's also, everything was just very annoying for you.
Yeah, maybe the problem was me.
You know, it just strikes me as like talking to Thailandra was very similar, is that I'm just noticing your little snake feathered tattoo on your arm there. And I'm thinking maybe your approach to yoga needed to be less pretentious, less aha, and more punk, more real, and more, you know, like less pretension, I think.
Yeah.
And that was your problem with food as well, that the food that you were cooking in the restaurants was just about superficial beauty.
Yes, exactly, Russell. I think this kind of just pretending is something that don't fit in my life anymore.
Yeah, we're at the heart of who you are now. Is that you don't have any patience for pretension.
Patience. Yes.
Or
superficialness at all. And you probably learned that on the farm growing up with your grandparents. There's no room for that kind of city life.
Yeah, there's no room for city life. I don't see myself back in a city anymore, like a big city. Yeah. Of course, here in India, you see even in Goa, it's traffic everywhere, noise. Even in the countryside,
it's a disgrace.
It's like they just took the traffic from the city and brought it to the country.
That does sound like my experience of India. Yes.
It's more about the system, like we live so attached with the system that I think don't work anymore.
Oh.
When you were working in the restaurants, was it at a hotel or was it like its own restaurant? Was it?
I passed for all kinds of restaurants, I think, in my life. Good ones with good chefs, like hotels also. All kinds of restaurants is always the same system, like working hours and hours and exhaustive. Very army style. You have to be very, the system like press you to be very hard in many ways, like you have to be aggressive, you have to be straight, and this takes so much energy. I think this is not something that I want, that I expected for my future in the kitchen, being a bad person, being aggressive, being like this hierarchy, like super
hierarchy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's like run in a very militant way, many kitchens.
Yes. I mean, sometimes that works. Is the only thing that the thing works. But we expected something different from the future, more organically, more like respecting. Like one thing, everybody listen to each other, and everybody passionate about food and nature.
We're very obsessed with cooking shows. And so we like watching Chef's Table.
Because it's PTSD for us.
And so we watch all the different kinds, though.
We came up in very militant backgrounds in our artistic passions in dance
Yeah.
and art school, which is not for the faint of heart. If you want, you have this like very beautiful, pretty painting that you made of a pretty cat, and it's got little pink ears, and someone says you should fucking give up. You should quit and go back home. This is a waste of time. Like that's every fucking day. So we remember that militancy, and of course Harmony almost like died of bulimia. And so then, you know, you like we watch these cooking shows like fuck those guys.
I love these cooking shows also. I always watch.
But what you were saying about like a new kind of way in the kitchen, and I think many chefs now, like top chefs even of this new generation, are creating a different kind of kitchen culture.
Communists.
Yes, I think this is actually happen. And I think they try, and will take time to shift this way of thinking, like to be under pressure. I think the most, this is the point. The chefs is like have this mindset that we have to be under pressure to work well. And in some point it's true, you know, I can feel myself when I'm under pressure, I'm very focused. It's like one space where we find focus in the kitchen. It's like pressure. But we need to change, otherwise we all will die. I have a heart attack.
There's no love there, is there?
No love. It's like not natural. You like forcing something to reach your focus. This is not the way. It's not healthy.
Well, maybe it's fine for the French, though, because it's really French cuisine that's really where you propagate these sort of attitudes. Maybe they are fine with it without. Maybe they find love and militancy somehow.
Yes, it's true.
Well, write in if you are French and you want to.
You'd like to make
a comment in the show notes, and if you.
But you're running your own kitchen now in Goa, so is it?
Yes.
Is it?
You were quite militant there.
I've seen or militant.
I've seen your IG, and it's like no one's happy.
No, I put music all the time. I want to change things.
Everyone is actually smiling, to be honest. It's really nice.
Yes, maybe I needed to change for a DJ career. I think I'm better
to be a DJ. That's good. What kind of music do you listen to in the kitchen? Not aha, obviously.
I think now in Goa, more psytrance, like this electronic music.
Yeah. Nice.
Club music. Club music. Yeah.
Goa has its own like particular style of rave kind of trance music. So
yes, I was this kind of person like many years ago. I came for the first time in Goa to the parties.
Oh wow.
Japanese.
Have I seen so many Russian buttocks there as the day is long, and on the beach.
Yes.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. I didn't see that when we were in Moscow.
No,
you didn't
there's no
see
beaches
that.
there.
No, we didn't see any.
It's too cold.
Bare Russian,
summer.
blinding globes of light. You didn't see that. But you liked it. You were fond of that experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm still liking, sometimes one part. I think it's good.
Yeah.
It's another reality.
Yeah.
Is that interesting for you to be kind of slide into another reality?
Yeah, it's better than aha. So I think it's good.
That's good.
We were did we mention this when we were recording about the kind of mental state of cooking?
No.
We weren't cooking because we talked about this before we started recording. I thought it was really fascinating about how cooking isn't really doing. It's not really thinking. It's kind of being. But there is this physical effect that wears you down. But like cooking for me is incredibly relaxing in this kind of no state or Taoist state of just like you're trying to be as quick and efficient in this rhythm as possible, but it's all just so like I don't want to be anywhere else.
Yes, it's interesting because for me, cooking bring me to a space that I wish that I get doing asanas, for example. I'm totally
tell me about it.
I'm totally focused. I'm totally in another dimension.
Yeah.
And happens everything by my side and I'm there.
Yeah.
All the cliche that everybody say, no, when you practice yoga, you are in the moment. You are there. I feel this cooking in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I never feel it in asana. Never. Not like it must like maybe back like 25 years ago, but like not now. No, I would much rather be painting or cooking if I want to experience those mental states.
Yes, cooking, I'm totally there. And sometimes I'm trying doing asanas, but I'm in Uttita Hasta Padangustasana thinking in recipes, in masala dosa.
Yeah.
But I'm cooking the dinner.
I'm thinking about the bone spurs in my lower back. That's what I'm thinking about. Not thinking,
I'm thinking masala dosa.
I'm not in a no state of pure consciousness.
Okay, but when you're thinking of the masala dosa, are you like thinking about cooking it or are you thinking about eating it?
Cooking it.
Always
cooking.
Yes. But you're always tasting, Harmony. You're always tasting.
Taste everything.
Taste everything, Harm. There's one thing that we learn.
Anita, you have to taste, Anita. That's the only thing we take away from these cooking shows is taste everything.
You know, sometimes you get so much in this cooking space that I don't even taste much anymore.
You know, because you know what it will be.
Yes, I know the quantities. I know everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see Gordon Ramsay tasting much.
You don't. He's just yelling at other people cooking. He's yelling at other people, telling them to taste everything.
Yeah.
Then he knows, like
he knows.
He knows.
You know, I met Gordon Ramsay by a case in Lisbon.
No,
I say, hi,
at that seafood place.
Yes.
What are you talking about? How do you know about this? What are you talking about? You met Gordon.
I think it was a gossip. Yeah.
We were roommates. We shared secrets.
No, you got to tell the whole story now. Where were you? How old were you?
No, but I didn't chat with him. I was passing by for this place that is very famous in Lisbon, a seafood place, very old, traditional. And he was there and I say, hi.
Wow.
But I didn't chat. It was so much people.
I once ate Natalie Portman's leftovers at a pizza party.
Terrible. That sounds like you were stalking her.
No. I asked if she was done with it, and she said, "Go ahead."
And cringed.
As far as as we're sharing, I think.
Wow, I'm super fan of Natalie Portman. Wow, lucky you.
Yeah, I was
she
hungry.
Came to my store
I was very hungry. I was not eating cheese, and I was hungry.
You should eat more cheese.
No, we're vegan.
Oh, vegan.
Now.
Sorry.
Let's
talk about the vegan part.
Let's talk about the book.
Yes, let's bring back to vegan.
Back to vegan.
How can you drink wine and be vegan?
When did you become vegan, though? When did you start focusing more on that?
I'm vegan now for, I think, 15 years, something like that. It's a lot of time. And yes, wine is included in my diet now, living in Portugal.
Yeah.
I stayed so many years, like 10 years, 10 years without drinking no wine. It's not vegan. But now we have so many options, totally vegan.
I was told that wine can be very vegan because they would never put pesticides or insecticides on a grape. They would never.
It's organic. Though.
It's organic. Yeah. How is it not vegan?
Because they use some things from the fish bones sometimes during the
like to distill it or something.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
And, well, it's just like white sugar. They
also
filter it through like. Lamb's blood or something.
Well, next you're going to tell me that kimchi isn't vegan.
Most kimchi isn't vegan.
Yeah, it's true because they use the oyster sauce. No?
Yeah,
Something
you
like
have to get the vegan kind.
What? This is ruining my whole evening.
So what do you cook for? What do you like to eat, Russell? Vegan
Oh,
in your vegan diet?
if I'm by myself next Tuesday,
vegan in
by
January.
myself. She's
A part
asking
of the garlic.
is a garlic pot of garlic. So next Tuesday, when Harmony goes to Spain, she's going to Tenerife,
Yes.
and I'm going to be by myself. Every day, I'm going to have a coffee in the morning. I'm going to have hummus for lunch, just like a little
with
bowl
lots
of
of garlic. Yeah.
Ooh, a whole bulb of garlic. One whole. So I basically have one bulb of garlic for lunch because Jean-Claude Van Damme said that he has garlic for lunch.
I was so amazed. He exists, Jean-Claude Van Damme.
He still exists, and his splits are still amazing. And if I want to do the splits like Jean-Claude Van Damme, then
you should eat garlic.
And then I'll have a bowl of rice with maybe doenjang jjigae, which is a Korean miso soup. But normally I just put like a paste of samjang or a gochujang, the hot pepper paste.
Love it.
Into the rice with some seaweed, a gim. They say gim, kimchi, gimbap, that kind of thing.
Cool.
I will just. That's all I'll eat
amazing
by myself, and I won't change. Fucking decades will go by and have where I've only mono diet, where I've only eaten that, and people have been concerned about me. It's like, no, I don't eat anything else than that. That's what I'll eat. Literally every day.
I like the tofu.
I'll have tofu. If someone, I'll put it in the miso soup.
Tofu. You don't eat much tofu?
In the miso soup, I'll do that. I'm basically vegan.
Except for the pizza.
When do I eat that? Except when you were around.
Yesterday. You ate it yesterday.
When you were around.
You asked for it.
I don't eat gluten anymore. Yes, I don't eat gluten anymore.
I try not to.
No gluten. That's a sign of spiritual enlightenment.
Yes, totally. So sad. So depressive. But it's true. The gluten is so bad. So much inflammation. I had something in my shoulders, and leaving the gluten totally changed everything.
Really? Yes.
I couldn't move my arms.
And you just took out the inflammation with all of the excess sugar. Yeah, that makes sense.
Gluten.
Yeah.
It's incredible. I always was against these people, like, no, I'm gluten free. What is have this? What's have that? It's gluten.
Yeah, no.
But now
I'm
this kind of person because it's totally changed my life. The gluten is very bad. I became this person.
I want to be gluten free, but my family is.
Your family's against you.
They're very difficult.
Yeah, I imagine eating this lentil pasta, green peas pasta.
If I'm left to my own devices, I can do it. I can do the gluten-free. But then if I go...
With me?
Not with
you.
If
you're with
you
me,
make it difficult.
I make it difficult, but I'm on a mono diet over here until I'm with you.
No.
Yes.
Mono diet and gluten-free.
Yeah, that's by myself. That's what I'll eat.
Yeah, but you like pasta and pizza.
Not when I'm by myself.
Apparently.
Just when I
bring out the gluten in you.
I need comforting when I'm with you, and we eat comfort food because we do that. We bounce. I don't know. I guess we do you have a therapist you could recommend? Someone that you used or talked to? Was Robbie any good? Because I would talk to Robbie.
How is Robbie?
Robbie's wonderful. Robbie is an absolute treasure in this world. He's like a great American treasure.
Yeah, Italian American.
Italian, not just Italian, but Italian royalty. Yeah, his
back to the vegan.
Oh right, yeah. So you wrote a book, Vegan India: My Love Affair with the Land of Spices. When did you fall in love with the Land of Spices?
I fall in love with India. I think the first time I came, I was always dreaming to come to India, but look, it's so far. from Brazil, imagine.
Yeah.
But when I moved to Portugal, since I could, I came to India, to Goa for the first place. And I just love it. And I keep coming every year.
Yeah.
Again and again. Since COVID, I just stopped coming COVID time.
What's your
And
favorite place in India?
I love Uttar Pradesh. For me, it's very special. Like
Really?
Haridwar, Agra, when I studied for 1 year, when I lived. It's very wild, but I think many things that I learned there in North India. Wow. But after I also discovered more salt is much more relaxing. So now my life is totally salt. Nothing to eat, drink good coffees in Mysore, masala dosas. This is the life. It's not suffering in the north.
Suffering in the north.
Yeah, no.
But when you were living in the north and you were studying there, you studied Hindi, right?
Yes, I studied Hindi for many years.
And then you were like, also, were you cooking for a guru there, or were you just hanging out with him?
I lived with Baba Ramdev in Haridwar for 1-2 months. I asked for a job for him because I wanted to learn more Hindi, and he speaks very good Hindi, and I was interested in pranayama to learn more. And he left me to stay there with him to learn Ayurveda. He gave me so much books. He was very special to me, I think. Was before he was super famous like he is today. Yeah. And I learned so much. And after I cooked to Guruji, Sharat Joyce. Yeah. With you in America.
Oh yeah, in San Francisco,
and in Portugal too, right?
In LA, Miami, and New York. The four of us were like a little team going around together to different cities.
Yes, it was so funny. Yeah. It was very nice.
Yeah. I mean, there were struggles, but it was very nice.
Yeah, in the end, it was everything nice.
Yeah. Yeah, beautiful. And so, and then you were, when I was visiting you in Portugal, then you were cooking at a vegan restaurant there, doing like many different things.
I'm still doing many different things. I always miss this restaurant life, this this pita that the restaurants gave me, the creation, managed team. Because, the team, in the end of the day, they listen me. I don't know why I have this power to people listen. They like. I have a good way of teaching, I think.
Yeah, totally.
A good approach.
And it's the same way for you in the kitchen. It's you don't direct and command, but you really create a community.
Yes, I think that's why I don't impose things. I like to experiment how everything that people can give me of their best, I always can see what they are better in something, and I take advantage of this. So this stimulates the creativity of people. I think it is something that everybody likes, to feel important, to feel creative.
Wow. That's a beautiful team.
Yeah. Nice environment. How do you cook Indian food gluten-free though?
I don't think you would do that.
Masala dosa every day.
Masala dosa, because it's made out of the lentil, right?
Lentil rice flour.
Yeah, I have many options gluten-free, but I cook here some normal with gluten. I cook chapati, all the things, but I try many gluten-free options. Now many people want gluten-free options, so we have many options.
Yeah. Left to my own devices, I would only eat onion uttapam. Like it's all every day. I'd start with coffee, and then at lunch I'd have an onion uttapam, and then I'd go to bed, and I'd wake up, like 2 a.m.
You would never wake up at 2 in
I
the morning.
did that in
anymore.
India. When I was in India, that was like a mono diet, like a little coffee in the morning, an onion uttapam, go to bed at like 3 in the afternoon.
I'm in mono diet of fresh coconut. I never drink so much coconut in my life.
You people with your coconuts.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Good.
You're so dehydrated.
Yes, it's so hot.
You eat like 12, 15, those coconut people, they have like 12, 15 coconuts after they practice.
Oh yeah. And it's getting into March and April are very hot in Goa.
Wow, it's hot, like in the kitchen, it's like Rajasthan already. It's like desert.
Oh, the kitchen.
So difficult.
You lose weight just sweating.
Oh.
Yeah. I hope.
Do you remember when we used to do that? When we used to sweat and lose weight, sweetie?
I know. We live in a very cold, dry place. So you have to like actually go to a steam room or a sauna or something to sweat.
And you need insulation to stay warm here.
Yeah. I sleeping on the floor every day. I'm sleeping on the floor because it's impossible. It's too hot for me.
Oh, it's too hot. Yeah.
But to practice is amazing. No, you can do many things, and with you, wow. Nice. Now I can do it without alone. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
The true joy. I mean, real joy in anorexia is that's where the real sweetness comes.
The lightness.
The lightness. Yeah.
I remember in Goa, there used to be for early in the morning, it was cool, like in November, December time. And one of the students at the end, he would be so hot, his body would be sweating, and you would see the steam rising off his body in the morning.
Yeah.
It was such an amazing, like beautiful, I don't know. It was just really beautiful to see the steam.
You were very attracted to him.
It was incredible. It was the human body is amazing.
I guess his body was just amazing.
I noticed that, Harmony. I always look in this body. Yes.
You're the same boy? Jiminy crickets. Oh.
And the way the light comes in and in the shower in the morning, and then it's just like it's so beautiful.
No, the shower is amazing. Now to practice here, I have to say, it's like the birds, all these things.
Yeah, you're like in the jungle, special. Kind of. Yeah.
Yes.
It must drive you insane, though, having all these different teachers coming in with their different militant attitudes towards different things.
Yes, it's super crazy, Russell. In the beginning, I think, wow, it will be very difficult to have all these teachers with different viewpoints. But, I'm embracing all the teachings that you are giving.
Mm-hmm.
It's not easy. I prefer to be with one all the time, 1 or 2 maximum, but... yes, it's a good experience, but it's so different way of views. My God.
Yeah. And you see the people that are there long term and you try and teach them, it's tough. They've had enough teaching. They want to just do the thing that they like to do.
Yeah, because when I write a new one, we are doing this different things, and who told you to do this?
Who told you? Who's teaching you this?
Yes.
Is this John Scott again? What is this?
Hi, John Scott.
Oh, John Scott. I love John Scott. I camped in the wilderness to go to John Scott's classes. And I came back to New York. I was doing full vinyasas. And my teacher just had his head in his hands. I was like, oh. What am I going to do now?
This full vinyasa.
This full vinyasa. Russell with the full vinyasa now. God damn it.
But it's incredible to see his eyes, how he have this passion, to keep doing this. Like, it's like 18 years old.
Yeah.
There's a slight OCD component to.
Yeah, we want him back on the show, Harm. So like just
in particular, just like I feel like there's something that gets triggered in needing to do the same thing every day. The same way.
You really struggle with that, don't you? That's a thing
Anita and I connect on this, actually.
Oh,
We're
because
both
you think you're Brazilian, don't you, Harmony?
Brazilian.
Yeah. Where was this? You went to like Florianopolis?
Yes, you
also
went to Florianopolis.
Fortaleza.
And Fortaleza, and you
Oh,
really
yeah.
felt Brazilian, like you felt like you finally met your people.
I want to live in
just and like just
Really?
go out and like be Brazilian,
love it.
get a Brazilian, be and like just
Can
a
imagine
boy.
I don't go to Brazil for 20 years.
Wow.
But you seem very Brazilian to me.
Really?
Yeah, still.
Yes, we Brazilians, we are like never lose this Brazilian thing.
Yeah.
I'm missing, but it's just not working. I'm trying to come back, but it's 20 years.
It's so far though from
Yeah, so far
Europe,
for everywhere.
from India, from everywhere.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I feel this way also about South Africa. I love South Africa.
I thought you were gonna say
Yes.
Calgary.
No, I don't feel that way about Calgary.
I feel the same way about Calgary.
Me
I can't
too,
get it
it's-
out of me. I just
Yeah.
cannot not be from Calgary. No, South Africa.
I love South Africa. I think it's so beautiful. I would want to
Yeah.
visit there all the time.
But you can never get there.
But it's so far.
It's
from
pretty
Me
far.
too. How I think in Brazil it's more easy to go to Borneo or to Bhutan. I don't know.
Oh, Bhutan.
Looking so
Yeah.
far.
Or
Was supposed
Bahrain.
to, yeah.
It'd be
imagine.
easier to go to the Formula One race this weekend at Bahrain. For those of you who are listening at home. You are probably practicing yoga right now, but you should be watching the Formula One race. Today is Sunday, everybody. Make sure to tape it.
That's next. This isn't going to be released.
There's going to be a
old
Formula
news.
One race. There's going to be a race. It may be Austin, Texas in October. It may be Bahrain this weekend. It may be
Sure.
Las Vegas. There's going to be a Formula One race and you don't want to miss it. So make sure you're taping it and listening to the podcast, everybody.
Well, I want to get your book, Anita. Just
Yes, I'm
beautiful
walking.
photos. It is so beautiful. It's such a work of art. It's amazing. And I'm going to buy it just so that I can look at the beautiful photos and think of you.
Can you tell us
Yes.
how it came to be, this book?
This book came in the lockdown. I was just doing nothing. And was this time that everything was closed.
Mhm.
And I was thinking, no, I never will come back to India soon. This will be big. This will be a disaster. I was very negative in that point. So I just know I have to do something related to India. And me and a friend of mine, we just opened a clandestine restaurant at home. An Indian restaurant. Was a
Nice.
super success in Algesur because everything was closed.
Yeah.
And I started to write just like at home, writing, sitting down, choosing the pictures. So it was a very homemade book. So I'm very proud of this because it was like very made from scratch.
Yeah.
Very genuine.
Beautiful.
And did you have help with the designer? Did you design everything yourself?
Me and a friend of mine, the photographer, who was a friend from Brazil, and we did together. And after to sell, I'm just selling by myself, the physical one, and now it's in the Amazon, the digital form. I was super against Amazon. And look at me now, like celebrating is in Amazon. Yes.
Because you're a country, like the Amazon is from Brazil. It's not from America. That's not nice.
This is not nice. This is appropriation.
Yeah, appropriation.
It's appropriation. Exactly. That's exactly right.
Yeah, this is our ayahuasca. Excuse me.
No, that's not cricket.
I was a bit against of these big companies, especially Amazon.
Yeah.
But now I'm celebrating. My book is in Amazon. We have to accept that we are victims of the system sometimes still.
Yeah.
So it's an easy way to
I wasn't asked to be born either, you know? So it's we're We just do the best we can.
Yes, we do the best we can. Maybe
Wonderful.
in the future, I find
Mm.
something platform more independent, but for now.
So can people download the book off
Right.
Amazon? How do they get a physical copy? Do they
The
have
physical copy I have here in Purple Valley. I printed here in India, also scanning. I have here with me, and I'm selling a lot. Everybody's liking.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
And when I'm in Portugal, I send everywhere. I send to America, much to America, so many people.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, we've got about 500 people listening today, and I hope all of them go out and buy your book. And would they email you? Is that what they would do? Yes,
I have my website. Through my website, we can buy also. We can send me message.
Okay. And it's Vegan India, My Love Affair with the Land of Spices. You would ask for that specifically.
Yes, it's more about a story. It's not only a cookbook. So I'm telling all my story and how I got in love with India and the way I cook vegan recipes, the traditional way of cooking.
Nice.
Lovely.
It's interesting. It's not pretentious book. Like, I do not pretend to be the new bestseller in the world, but I think it's
you never know.
Book.
You wouldn't want to have anything to do with something pretentious like that.
I think she would celebrate it.
Well, she'd have to celebrate it. Because we're all just cogs in the machine.
Beautiful.
But I was when we were on tour and we were living together and we were having to do all of these things, we were all very, very busy. But it seemed like what we all really wanted to do, the four of us, was just kick back with a Chateauneuf du Pape and just like really enjoy our lives together. Like I think we could have gone on being roommates, the four of us, forever.
Me too. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's rent Airbnb.
I just felt like such a natural chemistry.
That would be fun.
Easy. We're so fed up with all these yoga people. Let's just hang out. It's in the sun and like just enjoy this bottle of wine and like
it was so good.
Je voudrais deux bouteilles de Chateauneuf du Pape.
Such a good wine, no?
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Yes,
it's very good.
Was your suggestion, no?
That wine. I think it was Robbie's.
No, it's my favorite. I
know, but it was Robbie's.
Robbie would also bring a Kistler Pinot Noir, which is he had, I think we had like 5 of them when we were there.
Oh wow!
Whole time running the tour. We're blasted on Kistler, Pinot, and Chardonnay.
That's why we weren't invited.
Oh, that's why we weren't invited.
I remember you died in the bed after.
Oh man, we had a good time.
Yes,
that was delicious.
We had a good time. Yeah,
you get like a bag of Doritos and a bottle of Kistler Chardonnay. It's like, these yoga people.
Was all about hummus and garlic and Pinot Noir and gossip.
Oh, that sounds good. Yes. Gossip.
Garlic better in life.
And Chardonnay is the title of the 3rd chapter of my autobiography.
We were eating so much garlic.
Sonia complained. She said, "What the fuck?" She said that to me. Russell, what are you doing? She said that. And I was like, I don't know. It's like, you gotta do something. Like, I don't know.
I was the garlic policewoman.
She doesn't like that garlic. Oh my goodness. Well, lovely. Thank you so much for being on the show. I knew this was going to be such a hoot. And I'm really
poot or a hoot?
What the fuck? A hoot. It's gonna be. I knew it was gonna be a hoot. You've never heard that expression?
Yeah, me neither. What is it?
It means like a party. It's gonna be like a party. I knew it was gonna be like a hoot. Not a poot. Jesus. Way to ruin the vibe.
I hope we meet soon. Let's do another
tour.
Let's
meet soon. Let's go go to Purple Valley together.
Yes, come
go
next
to the
year.
Clubs.
If you're there next year, I'll come.
And then you talk. Yes, I will be here.
Okay.
Because I need more session of suffering.
That's right.
The shala.
More suffering.
Right.
That's what we all need.
You promise you'll be there, I'll go.
Yes.
Year 31 of my yoga practice. That'll be good next year.
I'm not
doing it 30. I'm not doing it 30.
In Hilltop with psytrance.
Maybe he'll go into the rave scene.
The Sai Baba rave scene. That'd be really good.
Kind of more your speed these days.
It says modal jazz. That's what I'm into these days.
Thank you so much for coming on our show.
Thank you so much. It was such a nice
Anita.
talking, and love you too so much. Send a big hug for all your family, your mother.
Thank you.
I will.
Yes, we love and miss you so much.
Yeah, me too. Hope to see you soon. Big hug.
Big hugs.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Finding Harmony with me, your host, Harmony Slater. You can find out more information on my website, harmonyslater.com, and I look forward to connecting with you again soon.
Standing in eternity's shadow, watching the breaking